Thank
Yes,
you very
sir. We
much
are hearing you.
for having me.
Hello.
I'm Professor Markus Launer. I teach at Westphalia University in Germany, and I research in my CoSiM Research Institute. Thank you very much for letting me speak about Management 5.0, technology, innovation, and human values. And I was working on that topic for a little bit, and I created a new framework, and that is towards a new Management 5.0, a human AI value framework. So who am I? Why is Sandeep Kumar asking me? Um, like I said, I'm researching, I'm teaching. I worked 9 years in the United States. I did vacation in Africa, around the world, and traveled Asia intensively. And in 2016, I was in India, as you can see on the top right picture, with very typical Indian clothes, and I enjoyed it very much. And also at the monument Taj Mahal. And as you can see, I was shaving my head actually. That was the first day in India on a world around trip. I shaved in India my head and I looked like a priest. So I research in the CoSiM Research Institute, and that means Contemporary Studies in Management. And there's this active site since 2016. There's a typo. And we are independent from universities. We're doing research and we're doing connecting people around the world. I visit conferences and we connect online via Zoom, especially during Corona. That's where it started to make an international network. And we invite to Germany. This is our first workshop in 2018 and 2019 in Uelzen, and we do online conference. So our next online conference is actually September 7 to 11. If you'd like to participate, there is our link. It's an online, and that is hybrid. And we also have a CoSIM research seminar at the same time in Germany. And it's in Uelzen and Berlin. And it's always a lot of fun to bring people together and show them Germany. We do a little bit of sightseeing, but don't tell anyone. I have a YouTube channel, so you can see our videos there. And the question is now, what is Management 5.0? It's a normative concept. Is it just wishful thinking or is it more? And what would be a successful framework to make it really happen? So as an introduction, 5.0, a human-centered management philosophy, and it's balancing efficiency and employee well-being and the stakeholder-oriented value creation. The technological foundation of Management 5.0 is artificial intelligence supporting managerial decisions. So this is what the hybrid management nowadays is. So it's a human-machine collaboration and augmentation. We have ethical governance of emerging technologies in this concept, and also cyber-physical systems enabling connectivity. Innovation and organization agility is key. It's about developing an agile organizational structure, adapting business models continuously. It's encouraging entrepreneurial organizational behavior. The human values and employee empowerment, this is key to the concept. It's enhancing employee well-being and engagement, fostering purpose-driven organizational cultures, and it's developing trust-based leadership approaches. It's promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion, especially what we do in our CoSIM Institute. It's creating physiological safety for innovation and supporting lifelong learning and development. However, the question is that a wish and normative thinking, or is that a concept in reality? Another question is the sustainability and the responsible leadership. So it's about embedding environment sustainability strategies, or is it just greenwashing? It's about establishing ethical governance frameworks. Well, in Europe, we have a lot of frameworks, lots of them. Strengthening corporate social responsibility initiatives. We see that a lot, and I see a lot of greenwashing actually. And the question is it really social responsibility? It's focusing on long-term value creation. However, in the concept, I don't see really the value creation. I teach controlling discounted cash flow. So for me, value creation is increasing shareholder value by increasing the discounted cash flow. Well, need to be addressed. Increasing transparency and accountability, always asking for more transparency, have a lot of rules, lots of information is out there now with the new report, Sarbanes-Oxley Act, or the European Data Protection Act. So it's about implementing the Management 5.0. It's developing digital leadership competencies, aligning the strategy with human-centered values. So it needs to be a top-down approach by management, managing organizational transformation effectively. However, we also have to measure multidimensional performance outcomes. It's not only about discounted cash flow, which is the value, but there's value to the people, value to the environment, and lots of other dimensions. It's about building innovation supportive cultures and overcoming implementation barriers systematically. Still, the question is that just a wish and normative thinking? What does the future look like? Advancing AI augmented leadership practices is needed. For 3 years, we have ChatGPT. I think for 2 years now, we have Claude, and now AI is exploding in Palo Alto, United States, and also in Shenzhen, in China. We have to address evolving workforce expectations. We have to manage increasingly complex stakeholder ecosystems that are much more interconnected than they ever have been before. We have to create sustainable competitive advantages and bring a resilience to our companies. Well, let me tell you, especially in Germany, we are not growing as an economy for 5 to 7 years, and that's a big problem for an industrial country. We have to expand our human-centric innovation model and redesign governance to intelligent organization. So how do we explore future management research directions? Well, let's make a critical perspective what I just have been said. It has a high normative ambition, but very limited operational clarity. So it's top line asking for implementing concepts, but it's not very clear how it has to be done and what is the motivation of the management to do it. They need to have clear targets, and that their bonus need to be connected to the target, and that it works. We know money talks. The concept remains weakly defined and just theoretically fragmented. Management 5.0 still lacks an established canonical framework, often repackaging Industry 5.0 rather than a new management theory. Very often, human-centric is frequently asserted, not empirically validated. So there need to be empirical study and show the success of this concept, and that's still lacking. So the sustainability claims risk becoming managerial rhetoric. The implementation metrics remain underdeveloped and inconsistent, and there's a strong dependence on digital maturity and organizational capabilities. Risk of technology determinism despite human-centered language. and may underestimate power asymmetries in digital workplaces. We all know principal-agent theories and how they work, and that need to be addressed in much more detail. AI governance challenges remain unsolved in practice, so it needs to be observed and empirical research what's going to happen really in practice. And the ethical principles are difficult to translate into routines. How do people at the workplace implement these ethical principles every day in their work? So there's a lack of resources for meaningful implementation, even the European Commission said. The concept may privilege advanced industrial economies like Germany, but how does it work for India? Society 5.0 assumes compatibility between growth and social welfare. Well, do we always have that? I don't know. There's tension between efficiency, sustainability, and human well-being. So how can it be approved? What needs to be done? And I'm very thankful Sandeep Kumar is working on that, and that needs books like Sandeep is working on. We have to define Management 5.0 more precisely and consistently. We have to distinguish it clearly from Industry 5.0 or Society 5.0, and don't copy it and don't intermix. We have to develop a stronger theoretical foundation in management studies. So thank you again for the book, Sandeep. And we have to clarify whether its paradigm, framework, or toolbox is working. We have to make a human-centric, measurable, not merely rhetorical concept that translates value into concrete managerial practice. Lots of more criticism I can send you the charts and you can read. And the problem now is that I would say this year, in particular, 2026, is the year of AI agents. And we talked all about the nice things about Management 5.0, but what is the reality we face right now? AI agents, to say it very clearly, will eliminate millions of routine jobs. That is the problem we're facing right now. So it's not about sustainability and all the nice things and ethical and blah, blah, blah. The hard fact reality is AI agents will replace a lot of jobs. Think about the Philippines. My wife comes from the Philippines. She worked in the call center business. They're closing call centers as we speak. I would say within a year, there will be no call centers anymore. And there are lots of people working at a very low base salary that really need the money to feed their families. These are the jobs that go first. We have a high risk of clerical, administrative, customer service, and entry-level knowledge workers to disappear. It's especially for the young people, the entry-level jobs, that will go first. So what is the future for our students? What should I tell them? AI agents increasingly execute entire workflows, not just individual tasks. They are interconnecting. They're talking to each other, and you can connect the AI agents to work as a team. Some people say they can replace a whole department by now. And there is one company that makes over $100 million in revenue with two brothers, no employees. Traditional entry-level career paths are disappearing. Organizations must redesign work, skills, and talent development. So one AI agent may take over 10 human jobs governed by one manager. So I can also talk about the AI agents, which I did very often. And this changes the way we will work. So sorry for bringing you the hard truth. And I know I talked with Sandeep about the vision for India 2047, and that needs to be addressed. Yeah, because it's in an industrialized country like Germany, United States of China, we have tools to change the workforce. But in a country like India, the Philippines, I don't know. I cannot tell. So maybe we need a new Management 5.0 human AI value framework. These are just a couple of ideas I want to work on, and we work on with some research friends. So we have to create a solid foundation for hybrid coexistence between humans and AI agents. That will be the future. You will work together with the systems. The systems will tell you what to do. The system will control you. You will govern the systems, and it will be hybrid. So as a pillar one, I see augmented intelligence. We need to have a complementary AI agent design. So maybe we have to have influence how the AI agents are developed in the origin. We have to talk to the AI companies that they design the agents to work together with humans, not to optimize the best work outcome, but optimize the best interconnection with humans. So AI agents need to build to interact with humans. The technology complements rather than replaces people. And human judgment remains in the final authority. So legally that is the case. Humans need to govern the systems. So in principle, do not build AI agents to eliminate managers, but build AI agents to augment managerial weaknesses and bring out the strengths of humans. And I just talked to a very, very intelligent friend the other day and asked him, what do we need to teach humans so that they can work with AI agents? And I was very surprised when he said, language skills. I said, what? Excuse me? Not programming, not math, not whatever. He said, no, language. So I'm talking to a couple of German teachers, language teachers, what we can do. The point is, for example, you need to learn a very precise and very structured language, speech, to talk to an AI agent or to talk to artificial intelligence. You may have experienced yourself, you type something into AI and you get a result that's not satisfactory. Well, the system might be good, maybe your prompt was not. So on the internet, on Instagram, everywhere, you can see where people say, how do we learn to prompt better? So that is key, and that is about language, structure and language. Very interesting thing. So how can we complement AI-designed agents for humans? What are the human strengths? We have to look at that. And then we have to look, what are the AI strengths? And then see how it can be combined for a human-centric agent design principle. It's human in the loop by default. Yeah, augmentation before automation. The design for human agency. And we build AI as a specialized team members. So that's interesting. We need to see AI as a team member because it will be hybrid. You will be talking. You have an AI agent in your meeting. The meeting is taking the notes, is summarizing afterwards. We have to optimize human learning. So maybe we have to learn different things that we teach at school, and we have to manage and measure human AI hybrid outcomes. So it's not about what your performance is as a person, it's your performance together with AI. As a pillar two, maybe we need hybrid decision-making structures. How should decisions be distributed between humans and AI agents? Because the biggest weakness of current AI discussions is that they focus on capabilities rather than decision rights. It's a race who has first superintelligence, and superintelligence is independent. No, we want dependence and interaction with humans. So there need to be a hybrid decision making to allocate decisions based on comparative advantages. AI analyzes, predicts, and generates alternatives, and humans provide judgment, the context, and accountability. So the routine decisions become increasingly AI supported, and strategic decisions may remain human led. Human and AI collaboration improves the decision quality and continuously feedbacks enhanced organizational learnings. We worked on the book with Professor Joanna Roszak, Reskilling and Upskilling in the Age of AI, and that means human and AI collaboration skills. Yeah, we need to communicate clearly, precisely, and structurally, like the language skills I talked about, formulate goals, tasks, and constraint efficiency, the structural skills you need, and critically evaluate AI-generated output. The jobs will be more about governing AI. Pillar 4 might be an organizational design for human AI collaboration. So we have to redesign organizational structures around human AI teams. The regular lines and boxes of organization might not work anymore if you work hybrid, back and forth, interconnected with AI. We have to define the roles and responsibilities for AI agents in the company, in the organization. We have to establish clear human accountability. And that sounds nice, but the point is, if you don't know what the machine does, really, because the AI agents are built from different AI agents talking to each other, and you don't, it's like a black box. You don't know what's going on inside. You just see the result, and then you are accountable for the result. Very difficult. So the point is to prompt and design the AI agent and then be responsible for the outcome. It's not an easy task. So we have to integrate AI agents into business processes. It will come. It will come. It started in China already. Just visited China last year. The AI agents are already working. You can feel it. You can see it everywhere. In the United States, it's coming now. I was in January, February in Palo Alto. Crazy things going on. In Germany, we're lagging behind a little bit. Well, not a little bit. We're lagging behind too much. We have to foster collaboration between human and AI systems and build adaptive and learning-oriented organization. The value creation and performance. This is what we talked about with the discounted cash flow. And at the end, yes, we need to be human. We need to be ethical. We have all the sustainability goals. Everything has to be encountered. But at the end of the day, we know cash flow counts. So there need to be a system to evaluate the cash flow in the combination of human AI teamwork. That will accelerate innovation and learning cycles. Yeah, we have to improve the decision quality and responsiveness, enhance customer value creation. And that is changing rapidly, you know, because you're talking on the phone to someone, not to someone, to the machine. Yeah, so customer service don't need people anymore. It's a 24/7 chatbot, and they are very good. I've talked to them. It's amazing, and it's scary. Strengthen organizational adaptability. How do you adapt an organization to AI agents? We don't know. There's research going on, but I see a lot of consultants, and everything I see is, and I hear is, technological, it's working, but the companies don't know what they can do. What can they do with an AI agent? It's not known yet. So we need to set goals and understand the potential of these systems. So as a value logic, it's technology and human talent and innovation to get sustainable competitive advantage. What is sustainable advantage? What is resilient? If you have a constant cash flow. At the end of the day, you need the money to finance your company. So there are a couple of success factors like revenue growth, innovation rate, employee productivity, customer value creation, the organizational adaptability, and sustainability performance. So these ideas I'm throwing here for the Management 5.0 Human AI Value Framework is a hybrid management model in which human managers and AI agents jointly create value by combining human judgment, strategic intent, creativity, and responsibility with AI-based intelligence, automation, scalability, and real-time adaptation. So that brings me to my first model, and Sandeep Kumar told me to contribute to the new book. I need to dig a little bit deeper, but I think the first 5 pillars I introduced are not that far away, and it needs to be more written in detail. And I hope that gives you some lights on maybe what is a human AI agent framework. So here you have some literature, the classical literature, and then the literature for the 5.0 human AI value framework. I started to research, and there are a couple of things. There's also practical literature by McKinsey, Deloitte, and Touche, and PwC that we have to look at, and they're contributing as well. So that concludes my presentation and first ideas. I hope I could contribute to your wonderful conference. I would love to be in India. I love the country. And Sandeep and I were planning that I come visit again, and hopefully I see you all. Thank you very much.